welcome to this video. We're going to focus on the element earth today. So starting with our legs crossed, you can have them crossed whichever way you like, maybe prop yourself up on a block, however you're comfortable. And then we're starting just with our breathing first, so feeling that grounding sensation of the sit bones down on the mat. Just get your shoulders down the back, and close your eyes. And then find length from the base of the spine, sit bones, all the way up to the crown of the head, keeping your chin parallel to the mat. Great. Yes, just take a big deep breath in through the nose. And just breathing out through the mouth. So your shoulders can relax down the back. Imagine you're wearing like a corset around the tummy, the abdominal wall. As you breathe out, you can just gently draw an in and up. So you're engaging your core just lightly to start with. And as you breathe in, you can release. That's lovely. Let's go for 2 more. Full inhale. Full exhale. Feel free to get the hands on the knees, and we'll just start with a few circles. So we'll keep the sit bones down. Yes, and just moving the spine around. So we're trying not to lift off the sit bones as we circle, just keeping them down. You can make the circles as big or small as you like. If you feel you'd rather have your hands down on the side, whichever way works. So feel free to keep the eyes closed, really tuning in with the body. And every time you exhale, remember that little corset, just tighten it. Good. The last 2 here. And last one. Lovely. So we find the center again, and then taking the right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, taking the arm across. So again, try and find length with the fingertips all the way down to the hip. Lovely. Inhale back up. Then we're switching the arms. Brilliant. And then we'll go one more inside. So still you want to hold your sit bones down as much as possible. Whole neck. And then last one. So before we come on to all fours, let's just have a child pose first.
Okay.
So you can either have your knees together or your knees wide and just stretch out to the front. So again, we'll breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, finding space between the shoulder blades. Deep inhalation. One more big deep breath, and then taking the chin to the chest, let's roll ourselves up so we can come onto all fours next. So the knees are directly under the hips. Beautiful. Spreading the fingers, and just check that you're not sinking down with the upper body, but you're pushing yourself away from the mat. Yes. Cool. Let's go for some cat-cow. So we inhale and exhale, tuck the tailbone under, we round our spine, press through the hands. And inhale, coming back to that cow stretch. Shoulders down the back. Exhale. If you wanted to have your toes tucked under, feel free to do that. Drawing the shoulders down. Engaging the glutes. Going for one more here. Inhale. Stretch, rounding the back. Then we come back to our neutral spine, taking a breath in, tucking the toes under. So on the exhale, we can come into down dog. Okay. And exhale, lifting up. Just have a moment to paddle up and down. stretching the back of the legs. Maybe one at a time or both. Brilliant. And really reach the hips up. Remember that corset, tightening it. Lovely. And then we go one more each side. And let's step the hands a little bit further forward so we can lower the bum and come into plank. Yes, so pressing the heels back, tucking the tailbone under. Lovely. From here, let's lower down with the pelvis. You want to untuck the toes, you could. It's facing out. And then we'll tuck the toes under again. Inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Lovely. Let's do that one more time so we flow through the plank. Forward into upward dog. Brilliant. And then bring the knees down. Let's come back in child pose. Again, have a little wiggle. And then we'll come onto all fours next. Good. Okay, so getting the hands directly under the shoulders, and then we're lowering down on the left forearm. Yes, we'll keep the right hand underneath the shoulder, and then extending from there, the right leg. Perfect. So you want to keep that openness across the chest, breathing in, and on the out breath, lifting the leg up. Inhale down and tap. Exhale, press, so squeeze the glutes. Inhale down. Exhale, bracing the abs. Good. Keep it going. You can point the toes. Brilliant. So keeping pressure through the left forearm and the right hand. Making sure your weight is spread equally across both. Brilliant. Last two there. On the last one, we hold the leg up and go for little pulses. So we squeeze the glutes. Lovely. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then we bring that right leg out towards the side. So you kind of tap it down in line with the knee, your left knee, perfect. And then we swipe it back up. And again, side, down, tap, and up. Lovely. 4 more. Down and tap. Swipe it up. Good work. Pressing through. Hand in the forearm. One more to go. Swiping the leg to the side, holding it here. Yes, and we go for little pulses up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way back. Ooh. Nice and warm now. Have a breath. Brilliant. Just releasing the shoulders, spine. Cool. So we're going to do that on the other side now. So if we come back on all fours and then lowering down onto the right forearm, left hand is down underneath the shoulder, left leg extends back. Perfect. So we inhale to prepare, exhale lifting the leg up. Inhale down and tap, exhale. Brilliant. So keep that pressure through the right forearm and the left hand. Really clench the glute to take the leg up. Brilliant. Last 4 before we pulse. Inhale down. Exhale up. Right. Last 2. Use the breath. Last one. We hold it up and little pulses at the top there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We bring the leg again to the side, so it's lined up with your right knee, and then exhale, swipe it up towards the ceiling. Yeah, so let's swipe it up towards the sky. Yes, perfect. Yes, amazing. And then we go for the pulses in a little while. Exhale. pressing through the forearm and the hand. Last one, we bring the leg out to the side, and now we go pulses. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. And sit back. Amazing. Have a little wiggle. 4 breaths. If you want to swipe the arms all the way back, just relax the wrists, the shoulders and the neck. Beautiful. Then we're going to go for some planks. So firstly, coming onto all fours, we can come a little bit closer towards the front of the mat and then stepping the feet out again. Okay. Ready for some more? Pushing through the hands. Let's take the right knee in towards the right elbow, then take it across to the left one and reach it back. 4 more. Good. Across. Reach back. 2 more. Great. Keep the hips really steady. Lovely. Last one. In. Across. And step it back. Ready, down dog? Yes. Woo. Okay, get ready. We'll go for the left side. Take a breath. Coming into plank. Left knee, left elbow. Take it across. Reach it back. And 3 more. Try and keep the hips still. So try and stay in your plank. Yes. That's great. Last one. In. Across. And back. Oh, amazing. Well done. Again, let's come back in child pose. Find that sense of grounding and breath. Good, good. You can bring the hands together, interlace the fingers, lifting the arms. Taking a breath in and bring your chin to the chest, we can roll up. And just give your shoulders a little circle. Relax. Okie doke. Good. Let's go onto the other side. So it's reverse plank. You could either have your knees bent for this one, so the hands are facing in towards the body. So it's a little bit like bridging, where you tuck the tailbone under and you roll up, squeeze the glutes and roll yourself down. Yes. Or if you'd like, you can have your legs extended, flexing at the ankles, and same thing, rolling up and gently down. So choose a version with those, and then so in between reps we can take the arms up and then fold forward. Bring the hands behind the bum and again going into the next. So if you'd rather have your knees bent, totally go for that. So we're moving with control, reach your arms up and fold forward. And again. So whichever version you want to do. Really good. Reaching the arms up. Last 3. Another option, if you want, is you're in that reverse plank, take one knee to the chest. Yes, and step back. Another side. So keep flexing at the ankles, which is a lot harder. Wow. Yeah, so you can do one each side. Yes, and then bring the bum down, reaching up. So you can choose if you rather do it without those knee. Yes, good. Really good. So find your little flow here. So especially when you're seated here, find that grounding again through the sit bones, the heels. Lovely. Last one here. Going up. And out. Maybe hold it here for a moment. You can soften your knees, relax down. Drop the shoulders. Deep breath. And slowly roll ourselves up. Then you can either keep your legs extended, or maybe you want to have them like in a diamond shape, whichever way works best. So again, finding those sit bones nicely down, shoulders down, and then taking the left hand over to the right knee, so having a little twist over, looking over the shoulder. And then gently come back, going for the other side. Right hand. Yes. Let's go one more each side. So imagine it's like a corkscrew, so you're lengthening up as well as twisting. One more. Lovely. And then we'll come down onto the mat. Brilliant. So a little bit more core work. So we're first at the feet down, and then resting the head into the hands, so your elbows are wide. And then we go for some crunches. So we'll breathe in to prepare, just grounding the feet down. And on the out breath, remember that core set, tighten the abs, and then lift from there. So you're rolling your shoulders off the mat. Lovely. Slowly roll back down. So try not to pull the head, having the elbows close together, but try and keep that openness across the chest. Let's keep it going for 4 more. Great. Last 3. Shoulders stay off the mat if possible. Yes. Last 2. And last 1. Coming all the way back down. Then we bring our legs in tabletop. So make sure here that your lower back is imprinted into the mat. Yeah. And then heels are together. We open the knees. And then so you can, like little froggy, have your heels together. Just make sure that your hips and knees are in a line. So you don't want to have your legs too far out or too far into the chest. And then holding the spine imprinted. Bringing the hands again behind the head. And then we're going to go back to those crunches. So breathe in and exhale. Press the heels. And roll down. Good. Exhale up. Amazing. So we want to make sure that this is nice and flat. Yes. And pushing the heels together. Amazing. So you can keep your elbows wide even when you're crunching up. Yes. We go for 1 more. We hold our crunch up at the top. And now we're going to go for just the legs. So you breathe out and extend your legs. Inhale back. We go for 4 more. Exhale, press away. If you need to modify, get your head down or your legs a little bit higher. If you want more, go and lower your legs. Can we go for 1 more? Press. And have a break. Good work. Just hug your knees to the chest. Have a little rock. Amazing. So we're going to do that set all again, but this time we're going to take the head and shoulders over to the side. So if we first find that crunch, inhale, exhale, rolling the shoulders off the mat. Take a breath in, and on your out breath, let's twist over to the right. Yes. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Good. So really warming up, keeping your feet grounded. So work the waist. Let's go for 4. Good. 3. Keeping that openness across the elbows, the chest. And then we'll come all the way back down. Have a moment getting the legs again into that tabletop with the heels together. Yeah, into that diamond shape. So from here, again, coming up in the crunch. Breathe in. Exhale, twisting over to the right. Inhale, center. Amazing. Left. Good. Keep pressing the heels together. You feel more of your inner thighs. Yes, good. The legs stay really still. and that's all that control in Pilates. Let's go one more each side. Last one. If you need a break, go for it. Otherwise, twist over to the right, and we go again just for the legs. Inhale. Go, Tamza. Last 3. Inhale. So hold the twist with the upper body.
I'm starting to feel the burn.
Yes, good. One more to go before we twist to the left and go for last set with the legs. Here we go. Exhale, push. Good. Inhale it. Press. Really use the breath for power. Squeeze the inner thighs. Last 2. One more to go. Amazing. Wow. And get the legs all the way back into the chest. Well done. Again, release the spine, the shoulders, and the neck. Okay. So for our next one, we'll crunch up again, having the right knee into the chest, the left leg is extended. If you do need to modify, just keep the head down. Yes, we'll hold on to the shin and draw your shoulders down. So breathe in. On the out breath, let's switch the legs. Good. And again, exhale, switch. So we're going to go and keep doing that for 8 more. Yes. So if possible, the shoulders are off the mat. If not, just come back down. Good. Last 4 here. Yes, keeping the gaze towards the toes, straight forward. Really good. One more each leg. Good. Bracing the core. And then we go all the way back down. Good work. Then we're going to go and finish off with some bridges. So maybe have a few just to get your spine moving and engage the glutes. So you could have your feet either fully flat, grounded, or take your heels off the mat. It depends what you prefer. Arms can just come by the side. Let's start with a full in breath and then exhale. Tuck the tailbone under, rolling up. So just check at the top that you can still move your head side to side. Take a breath in and then exhale. We'll slowly roll back down. Let's do that a few more times. So it's really finding the articulation through the spine. Yes. One vertebra at a time. Good. So especially when you roll down, we try and first go with the upper back, then the middle back, and then the lower back. So if you've got your heels lifted, you'll probably find there's more space to find grounding in the lower back. Good. So clench the glutes, holding the hips level. Lovely. And let's go for 2 more. Brilliant. And abs are pulling in. So your shoulder bridge, make sure your shoulder girdle is like the base of the bridge. So in this last one, let's stay up. And then we're going to go for little pulses. So squeeze, 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 squeeze. We're breathing through for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. If you have your heels lifted, keep them there. If you roll them down, also good. Hands can come onto your hips. And now we're going to take our left leg into tabletop. Yes, and step it back. So the foot, the leg that's on the mat, that's the one working really, really hard. So the other leg can come off the mat really lightly. If you wanted to, then extend your leg fully. So we don't have to move very fast. Try and find control and precise movement. Let's go for last 4. If you need a break, just bend the knee or bring the bum all the way back down. Really good. One more each side, so keep the glutes squeezing. Yes. Last one here. Yes. take a breath and then slowly roll all the way back down. Just take the knees to the chest. Good stuff.
Thank you.
And then we've got our first half, the Pilates half done for the earth element. So we're just going to switch mats, and then Tamsin will go from here. Perfect.
Okay. So let's go back down onto our mats in that bridge position.
Yeah.
And just rolling down, bring your arms up and overhead. And then just creating some space along the sides of the body. Feel the soles of your feet completely grounded and rooted into the mat. And just tapping into your center, your navel. And then just changing the quality of the breath now as we move into our yoga series. So take a full inhalation from the base of the belly all the way up into the upper lungs, up into the nasal passages and out the mouth. And doing this for 2 more rounds. Inhale, feel the navel moving up and all the way out. Really good. 1 more round. Inhale completely. Exhale completely. And then in the next inhale at the top of the lungs, just pausing for a moment, and as if you breathe out your mouth as if you're frosting a mirror. Trying to turn on a Ujjayi breath, this oceanic breath. So doing a next round, but keeping the lips soft and pushing the air out the nasal passages if that's available to you. Doing this 2 more rounds. And then the next exhale, bringing your arms into Cactus Arms, so just alongside the body. And then just feeling the back of the skull rolling on the mat from side to side. Take a full breath in as you roll from one side and a full breath out as you roll through the other side. Inhale all the way through. And then exhale as you roll to the other side. And then when you come back through your center, we're going to do Pigeon on our backs today. So taking your right leg, take a breath in and lifting it up towards the sky. And then flex the toes towards the face. Feel the sole of the foot really engaged. And then on the exhale, just crossing the ankle over the left thigh. And using your core muscles that these helped us turn on, slowly lifting up through the head and shoulders, and then sifting your arms through that figure 4 shape, hugging the belly of the thigh towards you, and just hugging into that shape, and then slowly releasing the head and shoulders back down onto the mat. Take a full breath into the belly and a full breath out. And then taking your right arm and just pushing it into the right thigh so you can feel that opening through the hip. Yeah, really good. And you have the option to stay here, or if you would like to go deep into the stretch, slowly start to straighten the left leg up towards the ceiling. And then start to rotate the foot in its ankle socket. 3 nice juicy circles inwards. Yeah, lovely. And then changing direction. On the exhale, gently releasing the fingers and slowly sliding that whole shape down. Let the foot land back onto the mat. Take a breath in as we come into some twists, bringing the arms back into cactus arms, and then just inviting the right foot towards the left side of your mat, letting the foot land. Keeping your head and shoulders where they are, or twisting over to the right. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Feeling that lovely rinsing through the thoracic spine. And then on the next inhale, bringing that shape back up into that figure four. Landing in the shape as you gently release the right leg to meet the left foot. And then we get to do that on the other side. So take a nice breath in. Start to raise up the leg towards the sky, the ceiling. And then just start to rotate the foot in its ankle. Changing direction. And slowly releasing the ankle to the right thigh. Lifting up through the head and shoulders. And then bringing the arms round the belly of the right thigh. Hug towards the midline. And flex both toes, all the toes on your feet towards your face. Nice, so they're really nice and active. You can just feel that core connection. On the exhale, slowly releasing the head and shoulders down. And then keeping that shape there. Take a nice sigh out the mouth. And then option to stay there, just inviting the left elbow into the left thigh, feeling deeper into that shape of releasing the hip. And if it's available to you, start to straighten the right leg up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, start to rotate the ankle and its joints. And then changing direction. And then releasing the hands down, arms by your side, back into the cactus shape, letting that right foot slowly land back on the mat. Take a breath in and then just inviting the left sole foot to the right side of the mat, turning the head towards the right if that feels good. Just feeling a nice rinsing again of the whole spine. On the exhale, gently bringing that shape back up. And then dropping the left foot next to the right foot. Take a full inhale. And on the exhale, just hugging the knees deep into the chest. Bring the arms round the knees. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. Hold into the shape. As you exhale, slowly releasing the head back down. Great work, deep. And then as you inhale, just starting to invite the legs up towards the ceiling and the arms to match. And then just yawning out through all soles of feet and palms of hands. And just feeling that connection of your core and your spine towards the mat. And as you take a breath in, start to release the right arm back and the left arm forward, left foot forward. Inhale back up. Taking right foot forward, left arm back. close your eyes, just really feeling into your whole being. Great, and then once you've finished this round, hugging the knees back into the chest, bring the hands around the outer blades of the feet into happy baby, feeling the whole back compressing into the mat, and then just exploring your spine, your back body as you roll from side to side. And then bringing the knees back into the chest. If you feel comfortable to rock and roll the spine up to sit, or otherwise just rolling onto your side to come up to sit. Maybe pick a few rock and rolls. Great. And then when we're seated, just coming back to where we started and just doing a few rolls through our whole upper body, just re-arriving in the shape. Nice. And then changing direction. Really nice. To a place of stillness, bringing your arms up and overhead. Take a breath in and then dropping the right arm behind the head and the left arm coming into cow arms. So just letting the hands either meet at the back or just holding onto your top beautifully. And then as you breathe in, letting the head be cradled by the forearm, close the eyes. Turning on that Ujjayi breath again. At the end of the next exhale, let the hands separate. And then slowly bringing both arms up and overhead. Take a full breath in, and then the exhale, just bowing forward, letting the hands land wherever they can, tented fingertips, letting the ears meet in between the upper arms. Take a full breath in, and a full breath out. And as you exhale, slowly rising back up with that beautiful sense of control, feeling grounded and rooted into the earth. Take the right arm back down, thumb facing down to do cow face on the other side. Yeah, lovely. And then the left arm either holding onto your t-shirt or just wiggling the arms up the back. One side's always more stiff than the other. And just acknowledging that's us as a human. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Close the eyes and let the cradled skull feel supported by the forearm. As you exhale here, releasing the arms down by the sides. Just letting the fingers be tented on either side. Take a breath in and then just allow the left ear towards the left shoulder. Slowly let the chin dip down towards the chest and then roll towards the right shoulder, letting right ear be exhale, bringing the chin back into the chest. And slowly letting the head come up into its neutral position, and then blinking the eyes open as we tiptoe the hands forward, coming on back onto all fours into a cat-cow spine. So taking a nice breath in, let the gaze go up towards the ceiling, and then on the exhale, rolling navel to spine. Take an inhale as you come forward and up. Exhale, roll navel to spine. And then coming through a neutral spine as you inhale, start to extend the right leg back into space. And then hugging the knee deep into the chest. On the exhale, extending the leg back. Inhale, hug the knee deep into the chest. Holding it in this form, puff up through the back of the heart. And then just encouraging that foot up to land in between the hands. Nice. As you take an inhale, look up to lengthen. And then exhale, lowering the head back down. On the next breath in, coming into Anjunasana, just a forward lunge. So inhale, lifting the arms up. And then on the exhale, interlace the fingers and let them cradle the skull again. Puff up through the front of the heart. Holding in this shape. As you exhale, release the hands down to frame that front foot. Really nice. And then tucking the back toes under, coming up into more of a dynamic lunge, tented fingertips again, and stretching through the front and the back body, and just starting to pulse slightly through the ball of the foot. And then releasing that left hand down as you take a breath in, extending through the right arm. And start to weave the hand as if you're a spider weaving a web, just letting the wrist go round in the hand. Lovely. As you exhale, changing direction. And then dropping the right hand down, take a breath in, coming into plank. Hold through your plank as you exhale, lower through into up dog or cobra. Send the gaze up. And then on the exhale, come through into tabletop back, and then exhale back into down, not down facing dog, into child's pose. As you breathe out, just allowing the whole back body to expand in the shape. And breathing here, come back up through all fours. Doing one round of cat-cow. As you come to that neutral place, take an inhale. Start to extend the left leg back into space behind you. Take an inhale, and then on the exhale, hug the knee deep into the chest. Roll up through the upper spine. Inhale, extend. Exhale to contract. Inhale to extend. Exhale, contract. Holding there, and then helping the foot to land up in between the hands as you take an inhale. Slowly look up, feel that yourself up, arms up and overhead. And then on the exhale, interlace the fingers again and bring them behind the skull. Yeah, lovely. As you breathe, feel expansive through your chest. Feel grounded and rooted through your front foot. And on the exhale, just slowly releasing the hands, letting them separate. And then tucking the back toes under to lift up through the back leg, and then just pulsing little pulses forward and back. Dropping that right knee down to open up into a twisted lunge, lifting up through the left hand. And then just spinning your web or rotating through the wrist and changing direction. If it feels uncomfortable to have your gaze looking up towards your hand, you can always look down to your other hand that's on the mat. And then as you exhale, just dropping the hand down to frame that front foot. Take a breath in as you tuck the back toes under, coming back into plank. Holding your plank nicely. And then as you slowly roll the hips forward into up dog, untuck the toes. Let the shoulders go back, neck grow long. And then on the exhale, let the knees land and slowly coming down onto the belly. Let the forehead land, take a breath in, swim the arms behind the spine and interlace the fingers. Push down through the palms of the hands as you inhale, slowly lifting up into Shalabhasana, locust pose. Exhale, float back down. Inhale, floating back up, and then slowly lifting up through the head and shoulders, and start to engage the feet now, lifting up, squeezing the thighs towards each other. Great. Exhale, float all the way back down, release the palms up towards the ceiling, and then turning the left cheek to the mat. Take a nice deep breath in and completely sigh out the mouth. Let your whole front body be completely contained by the earth. Okay, and then preparing to do that again, so slowly rolling onto the center of the forehead, clasping the hands behind the back again, and just trying to take the more unusual thumb on top. We're very habitual creatures. As you inhale, slowly inviting the shoulders and head and neck up. Exhale, float back down. Inhale, floating up. Exhale, float back down. And then as you inhale, slowly floating back up. And start to lift up through the legs, the thighs, squeeze, hugging towards that midline, turn, turn, turn. And then sighing slowly out the mouth as you turn the right cheek to the mat. Let the hands separate, completely giving yourself again to your mat. Surrendering, just listening to your core. Digesting in this shape. And we're going to do tree on the earth today, so bringing the arms back into your cactus arms, but feeling a different sensation with the palms facing down, just coming off the mat onto the ground. Keep your head where it is. And then taking your left leg and letting it travel up the right thigh. So as if you're doing tree.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Just feeling your whole navel still feeling compressed into the mat, and the whole front body is being embodied by the earth. And this is also really good for the SI joints. Your next exhale, letting the left foot meet its friend at the bottom of the mat, the right foot, and then turning the head in the other direction. As you take a nice sigh out the mouth, allowing the right foot to travel up the left thigh, coming into this hugging the earth shape or tree on the floor. Send the breath all the way down into that right big toe. And then on the next exhale, gently letting the leg travel down to meet the other foot. Bring the forehead into the center of the mat as we come into Sphinx Pose. So lining the arms up alongside the body, and then as if you're on the beach reading a book, bring your hands forward, spread your fingertips, and allowing your toes to fan out into the corners, so you're pressing the thighs down. If that doesn't feel good to you, just adjusting by either maybe bringing the big toes together and letting the thighs roll out. That feels quite nice on the sacrum. And then just having this shape, take a breath in, and then bringing the left ear to left shoulder again. Close the eyes. Feel a nice lengthening through the front of the belly, all the way into the pelvis. And then allowing the head to come back to its neutral position, and then slowly letting the right ear come towards the right shoulder. Take a breath in as you come back through that neutral place, and then coming into Crocodile Pose. So just crossing the arms at the front of the mat, making a pillow, and then bringing your forehead into the back of the palm of the right or left hand, whichever hand's on top. And just observing the diaphragm moving up towards the heart space. And with no judgment, just enjoying this place of full belly breathing. As you exhale, gently lifting the head back up, and then coming back through all fours, tabletop back, and then on the exhale, just turn the knees in, coming toes. Let the elbows land. And then bringing the hands into prayer, pushing all 10 fingers in towards each other. Take a full breath in. And on the exhale, coming into reverse namaskar, allowing the thumbnails to travel back and land on the nape of the neck. And in this shape, can you allow your face to be soft? Can you allow the bottom jaw and top jaw to part and your lips to be soft? Just feeling that contact of your navel towards your thighs. Feeling the collarbones broadening and the back body completely open to new possibilities. And as you exhale, letting the hands travel back down onto the mat. And then slowly gliding up to come to sit on your heels. That feels good. Bring your hands onto your thighs. Close the eyes. And then bringing one hand to heart and one hand to belly. Just connecting to yourself. Grounded and rooted and ready to carry on with your day. Thank you for practicing with us.
Nice. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.